Awesome.
Thank you. Same to you.
Thank you. Talking about equity. I love it. That is beautiful.
If you take a photo of what Norma
No, I
suggested,
am not.
we hope.
I did
Okay.
not. I did not take any picture. Have you?
No. We had a celebration in our country, in our region. So I came out very late.
Oh,
I've
wow.
not done it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
what
here we
celebration is that?
celebrate. It's a regional celebration, as in we get together as women from different sectors in the government within the region.
Uh-huh.
Then there are some activities which are planned during the celebration, like debates, like different educational materials about women and child rearing.
Wow.
Yeah, so some sort of that kind, and also checking people's health. Like we motivate women to come and check their like blood pressure.
Yeah, like some form of medical outreach.
Yes, medical checkup. The breast cancer, cervical cancer checkup. So we organize that kind of thing during the celebrations.
That is beautiful. That's great. So do they have like businesses where businesses can showcase, or this is just purely?
Yes, businesses are allowed, but the thing is, this celebration was done somewhere in kind of a village, really in a very local,
remote area,
remote place, very remote place.
Okay.
And the people around, the economy cannot support our goods, cannot support our products. So even if you like say I'm going to put and promote my Untamed products, most likely everybody will be staring at you. What the price? What is this? So it won't work.
It's not gonna work there. Yeah,
so the celebrations were held in one of the villages, remote place within the region.
So it's basically some form of outreach to reach out to those in those localities to be able to give them things like the medical checkups that possibly they've not been able to do for years.
Yeah, sure.
That's good. That's good. Awesome. That's amazing. I don't know why it's quiet here in the US. I don't hear much about it on this day. I've noticed that it's more maybe UK, Africa, but not much here. Though Mother's Day comes and then they do that celebration, but on this day it's very muted. I'm not sure. Awesome. So yes, so welcome, Rosemary. Nice to have you. Welcome, everybody. Excellent. So we are here today to continue in this the book review, The Business of the 21st Century by Robert Kiyosaki. And I believe we finished around chapter 4 last week. So we're just going to pick it up from here, and I'm intending to get to chapter 9. All right, let's see. Yeah, you're welcome. So I'm hoping to get to around chapter 9. Then we'll continue from there next week. Please, like I usually say, if you have any input, let me know. You can unmute and speak, or put it in the chat, or just raise your hand and I'll call you up to add your thoughts. I want to encourage us to read and, pick whatever it is that are lessons that we can pick from here. Definitely. One thing that I've realized with this book is it's a good read for somebody coming into or kind of trying to see, I want to migrate from being an employee into being an entrepreneur, and then trying to see what kind of business is out there, what can I do, and how do I need to, to establish myself. So starting with the Rich Dad Poor Dad, definitely that is the very first way to go. And then this book will point you in the direction of network marketing for sure. And as we go into part 2, starting with chapter 9, we'll begin to examine the assets, the things, those gold or gems, I should say, that are embedded in being a network marketer. The things, the training, all of the skills you're going to get. And he calls it asset. Welcome. He calls it asset, that you are going to acquire being an entrepreneur as a network marketer. So here is talking about the mindset of a network marketer, and I think in the previous chapter he concluded by saying you don't need to change your job, you just need to change your address. Basically, you need to move from the first 2 quadrants, the part A of the quadrant to part B of the quadrant. The part A of the quadrant has employees and self-employed individuals. Those that employees, of course, that's straightforward. Now, self-employed or somebody that's a business owner, small business owner, that is employee S, that is the S quadrant. The small business owners or self-employed individuals, these are individuals that they own their own business and they run their own business by themselves and maybe have 1, 2, 3 employees that work alongside them, that they pay, to work for them. Now, moving from that, the mentality is on the part A quadrant, you are working for money. Basically, you don't have a lot of leverage. You're not making use of a lot of leverage that is available out there for you to grow your wealth. So, and what does that mean? That means as an employee, if you don't go to work, you don't get paid. As aside, paid sick leave, and those has caps, right? You get limited amount of paid sick leave, you get limited amount of vacation time. I don't see an employee that can go vacationing, for 3 months at a time. It's not possible. I still get paid, right? And then when you feel like, I'm tired of that life, I want to go being an employee, a self-employed person. I want to be independent. That is usually the word that you will hear for somebody that is transitioning from being an employee to being their own, to being self-employed, coming into entrepreneurship. What you usually hear is, I want to be independent. I want to do things when I want it. I want to be able to, I don't want people, anyone dictating my, my vacation time for me and all of that. And the trap of that is when you stay as a self-employed person, you are still working for money. So in the A part, the A side of the cash flow quadrant, you are working for money. Now he's now saying, don't just change jobs or just, continue to do working for money as a self-employed person. You need to now change your address. You need to move from A to B. Being a business owner, that is, you are employing, you have a business that runs without you. You have a business that other people are able to run for you. And then in that business, of course, why the business will thrive is the fact that you are making much more than you are paying the people that are working for you. And the the network marketing business falls into this category, that you're able to build a team and leverage, leverage the efforts of your team members, everybody as they come into your network. You're able to leverage on that even while you're doing your own work, you're doing your own efforts, you're making sales, their sales and efforts as well. The company, not that, I love the way somebody puts it, because there are several, this model is now the network marketing model is now very popular, right? And you have it in even investments when you're working with investment companies, where they will say, if as you build a team, they will be compensating you, giving you bonuses as you build a team. And then somebody was like, the person was so like into pen and paper, putting pen to paper, like, okay, when I joined the team, when I joined your team, this is how much I paid, but now this is how much they are paying you. And I looked at it, how much is the company earning, from my pay? Because from my pay, they gave me sign-up bonus. Now they gave you bonus for signing me up. And then, you're just breaking down all the money. I was like, no, this doesn't compute. This doesn't make sense, right? But the thing is, the money the company is paying is not from the person's money. You, as whatever you work, whatever effort you put in, you get paid commensurately. Now, for those that are building the team, the company compensates them for their efforts to empower other people. So the mindset of, okay, my upline is just benefiting from me, I'm not benefiting anything, is just misplaced. It's not the right, it's not encouraged. As is, if you want to be a successful business owner, you cannot think like that. If you want to be a successful network marketing professional, you cannot think like that. This company compensates you bonuses, based on the work that you put in. And if you continue to empower other people, they're not going to take from those other people and pay you. They are just, giving you bonuses for helping them to, promote the products, promote the company. And I love the way he puts it, when he was talking about network marketing, is like, this is a product that basically we are building networks of people that are using the product of the product, that are products of the company, right? So when you use the product, you introduce it to other people that will use the product. And then building a team, then you begin to build the teams of people that will refer the products to other people. And thereby, the company compensates you. Instead of the money they will pay advertisers, they pay you, right? So that is how it works. Now, the mindset of an entrepreneur, the mindset that you had as an employee will not sustain you being on the B quadrant, on the B side of the cash flow quadrant. That is being a business owner and now an investor. And we concluded last week that as a network marketer, as a network marketing professional, you need to run your business as a business. And that means a registered business. That means you need to register your company. So I don't know how many of us have taken steps or you've started researching on how to do that. You need to have a business, a registered business that you run your business under, to be able, so that you can begin to run your business as a business and not just a side also. And there are lots of benefits that come with that. If you were not here last week, you want to hear a little bit about that, I posted the write-up in the chat, and it's in the video as well from the replay from last week. So the mindset, now this book is going to open our mind to those assets, those things, how as an entrepreneur, we need to begin to think. we need to begin to think. The very first thing, of course, when you're coming into being an entrepreneur, the very first thing that comes in your face is, how do I raise capital? For traditional business. That is the very first thing. And that's why when you're bringing somebody, when you're introducing network marketing opportunity to people, that is the very first thing that comes to their mind, that, I don't think I can afford this. But when they are able to change that mindset, I love the way the programs that would, different ways and programs that we have within the community. You can literally use other people's money to build a network marketing business, right? It's a matter of the way, for example, the Untamed, the way most of these network marketing companies are set up is like drop shipping, right? You have your store that's already set up. People come to you, they want to make purchases. They either go directly on your website and they make purchases, and then you get the bonus. But to start, that's the point I wanted to make, because for the Untamed, for example, for you to have the website, you have to have purchased your kit, right? But how can you, like, for example, if you have anybody that you're talking to and they're saying they don't have money, they can use other people's money to start this. And how can they do that? They definitely, they don't currently have their own website, but they can make, get funds, go around, look for people that can agree to switch their product to the Untamed products, get their funds, their money, and when they make orders, they will order what they want. When you get all of those orders, once your order, all of the totality of the order comes to the total amount that can get you the kit to start the business, then you purchase their products for them. And then that is how you use other people's money to begin this business. So there is no, the mindset of I don't have money should not be for anyone. That barrier can be taken away, like this. And that's the beauty of network marketing. If you're thinking of, traditional store owner going to build a business on the side, then you're talking about, building your own website. Let's say you even want to do social marketing, right? You don't want a storefront because of the opportunity we have right now when it comes to social media marketing. You don't need to have a storefront to have a successful business these days, right? However, when it's a traditional business, right, you talk about developing your own website where people can come and make purchases. In that website, you talk of, how to connect, the payment system and all of that. Beyond that, you talk about how do you fulfill orders, right? Talking about, the logistics and how to, take care of, the refunds, and all of those things will be you have to be, looking at how do you do all of that. However, when it comes to network marketing, all of that is taken care of for you, right? So now the main thing is now to be able to get others to switch their products to use the products that you are promoting. Okay, so the main thing as a network marketer is to be able to get other people that will use your products. Okay, so let's move on. Now, the Maserati mind, and that is the shift that is needed from one side of the quadrant to the other side of the quadrant. It's a different approach to life, absolutely. It's a different approach to life, because there are things, there are skills that you will need as a business owner, as an investor, that you did not necessarily, have as an employee. So when you're coming, you have to, equip yourself, to be self-determining. As an entrepreneur, in network marketing, you are self-determining. You're not waiting for somebody to, to give you orders before you get things going. You have to be able, right? You have to be able to be determining. You're a self-starter. You do what you say you will do, right? You make plans and you execute without waiting for anyone to push you. You make things happen. And with that is, you do not blame anyone else for whatever happens with your business. All right. So you do not blame the person that introduces you to the business. You do not blame the company. You do not blame the leadership. You know you have a business. You have a legitimate company. You have their product that is effective, that is working. Then you have all you need to be able to run your business. If you are tempted to say, oh, if I've had a leader like this other person, I would have been better, I would have done much better, that is an absolute lie. And that is still a mindset of an employee. That mindset needs to go. That is not a Maserati mindset. Okay, so we have to be able to know that this is about you. It's not the business. It's not the leadership. It's not the product. It's not the company. It is you. No matter what, in the same company, others are making it, others are growing, then there shouldn't be anything that holds you back. You have to be able to grow as well. And that takes us to, it's time to take control. Right? When you have that mindset that the buck stops here, the buck stops with me. I do not pass the buck. I do not blame anybody. I take my business for seriously, and I am going to run it successfully. Now, this one might seem like oxymoron, right? Like, okay, yeah, why hard work will not make me rich? What do you mean? The main thing is hard work in the sense, in the common sense. Hard work in the common sense will not make you rich, because when you hear hard work, you're hearing people that are working for money, working hard for money. If you work really hard, you'll be okay. It's not true, because you have limited hours in the day. You are only one person. You have only two hands. You have only two legs. You can only be at one place at a time, right? So those limitations caps your earning potentials. So no matter how hard you work, like here in the US, we have a tax system that does not reward hard work in this sense. When you have someone that has 2, 3, 4 jobs, they pay more in taxes than a business owner. Okay, so when you are working for money, you are losing a chunk of that money out of ignorance, because you don't know better, right? You're losing a chunk of that money to taxes. All right, but the main thing is being smart, being financially literate. That is where the hard work is, not in your efforts, not in your spending your hours on doing the work, but rather taking control of the source of your income. You have to, the hard work needs to go into finding out the best, the best companies that you can be a part of, researching into their product, basically doing what will get your business out there to help as many people as possible, that they too can, take on the products, use for themselves, see the result, and help other people that might be going through the same thing. So, and of course, when we're talking about source of income, I will add S to that, right? You have multiple sources of income that is coming to you, right? So definitely, you work hard, but it has to, instead of you working hard, the hard work is ensuring that you put your money to work for you. And that is where the investor mindset comes in. The money you're making, wherever you're making it, how are you ensuring that that money is, getting multiplied? Those money is adding, is calling other money to come to you, right? So adding more, building and increasing wealth that way. The power of passive income. And that is why, for example, with the Untamed, as an affiliate, you're not building a team. You're not building a team yet. So you're still working for money. You are a self-employed as an affiliate. You don't have a business yet, a business that has a leverage yet. Until with the Untamed, we have the opportunity for you to move from being a self-employed, one that if you don't sell, you don't make money. If you don't recruit, you don't make, if you don't, you only make money from your own effort alone. I love this quote. I can't remember the author, if it has a designated author, that I'd rather, yes, there's an author on it. I'd rather make 1% of the 100% effort, in 1% of the effort of 100 people, than make 100% of my own effort alone. Okay, so that is the power of leverage, and that is where the passive income comes in in network marketing. So with network marketing, when you build your team, you have those passive income coming in beyond your own efforts. That is passive income. And of course, when it comes to investing, that is hands-free, totally hands-free form of income, and that is totally passive. Residual, I would say residual for network marketing when you're building your team, and then passive for investment, because that all you need to do is put your money there. And of course, you have to research how it's, how the company is performing, depending on the type of, investment you want to do, be it real estate. You need to know location when it comes to real estate, right? How is the location? What is your exit strategy when it comes to real estate? What do you want to use the property for? Is it for Airbnb? Is it for rental? Is it for sale? What do you want to do, with the property when it comes to real estate, right? That is the investment part. Now, when it comes to, digital investing, for example, in crypto, Forex, and all of that, you need to know what is the performance of all of those instruments for you to be able to, earn passive income from it. And for real estate is usually the one that is open and available to a lot of more people, less that is less sophisticated, I should say, right? With the right set of people, with the right realtor, the right investment, you can, for rental, you can make passive income year in, year out when you have things that are set up correctly. For Airbnb, when you have all things set up right, you have passive income from that as people rent your property in and out. And, there are several ways to do that. And then other ways to make residual income is when you write a book, you sell, you you list it on Amazon or some other bookstores, online bookstores or physical bookstores, and then every income that comes from it, in perpetuity, you continue to earn passive income from that. On Amazon is a marketplace that's really, really huge. You can sell practically anything on Amazon. You can begin to build, a business there, where you set up a business on there, and when people purchase from you, you are able to make money from there. Those are forms of passive income and ways of multiplying your income. So the money you're making from the Untamed, where is it going? That money must make money for you, and that is where you become an investor on the right side of that quadrant. You become an investor. So moving onto the right side of money, that is what we're talking about here. So the network marketing teaches how to create passive income, let you understand how to get your mindset right to be able to do all of this. And then it's the cost to start is relatively very low, right? Who can set up a formidable business with under $1,000? It's rare, right? And then it has a very low overhead. You do not need to have a logistic company that you partner with directly to do anything for you. The company will run all of that for you. Of course, I'm preaching to the choir here. You already know all of that. Now, can be operated on a flexible part-time basis, of course, before you transition from being an employee, from your full-time job, you can run this on the side, absolutely. And your full-time job gives you opportunity to meet people that you even market to. Then, yes, so we're now going into the part 2 of this, and this is where this next 3 chapters is where we're going to round it up today. So this part 2 is basically talking about 8 wealth building assets that network marketing brings as gems to you. If you're in this business as a network marketing professional, you are blessed with this 8 wealth building assets. And part of it is what we're doing here today, personal development, right? So here in chapter 7, Robert talks about, his own a few years when he first started, all of the challenges that they came across. And that is the main thing. When you start delving into being an entrepreneur, there will be challenges. There will be challenges on your way. Now, if anybody says it's going to be smooth sailing and all of that, if you quit after a year, quit after 2 years and say, oh no, it's not working, so I'm not going to do it again, then you've not left the mindset of the left side of the quadrant. On the right side of money, on the right side of the quadrant, we are talking about being very, very convinced, being determined that this is what you want to do. And no matter what happens, you are pursuing that dream of being an entrepreneur, right? And of course, this is educating your mind on better ways of doing things, better upping your, your skill on how to do this better. In network marketing, for example, what are the skills you are adding to yourself every day to ensure that your social selling is getting better and better? You are targeting better, your messaging, your copy ads are better. How are you fine-tuning, or are you just doing things the same way? There has to be a way by which you present so that you get better and better, so that your business can grow. All right. So that is very, very key. Okay. Now, so basically, like we've been talking about, network marketing is the business for us. It's very, very vast. is a new way of building a company, is a new way of empowering individuals to be an entrepreneur. And it's more common these days than before, right? It's becoming more and more common. So it's unlike when usually it's, people that do not know. And this is the way you need to switch things on people that tell you, pyramid scheme, or what's this other name they have for social network marketing? That name has escaped me. If you know what I'm trying to say, there's another name.
Is it Ponzi scheme? You're trying to.
Yeah, people say that, but this one is even positive. Is a real name.
Is it MLM?
Exactly. MLM, multi-level marketing. Yes, exactly. So that the MLM name, as a lot of people they've seen it as the Ponzi, as the scheme, as the pyramid scheme. That's when people want to tell you, oh, yeah, not in a legitimate business, they will begin to throw those words at you. Pyramid scheme or MLM. MLM is a legitimate business structure, but people have paired it with pyramid scheme. Pyramid scheme is illegal, and it's illegal here in the US if you get yourself promoting pyramid scheme, or being involved in it, you get yourself in trouble here in the US, right? So pyramid scheme is illegal. It's wrong. It's bad. And why is it bad? The goal, or the way pyramid scheme works, is unless you add people to you cannot make money. And they have bogus products. The products might not be effective, or even if it's effective, it might be overpriced, right? So you have products that is just not, that a lot of people do not use, but all they promote is bring people. When you begin to hear, somebody say, yes, join this, join my business, is a digital business, online business, the very first thing you ask them is, what is the product? What is the name of the company that you're promoting for your online business? If they tell you, come, when you join, we will tell you the products. When you join, we will tell you the company. You better run. You better run, because what they're actually promoting is people buying into joining their group, joining that scheme. And as people join, of course, they pay. Then those are the money that the people at the top of the pyramid get, their commissions from. When people don't join anymore, the money dries up, and that's how you see the whole scheme scatters. But in an MLM, multi-level marketing, network marketing, you have, a product that is legitimate, company that is formidable, and you have to be able, without adding people, adding people to your team, without building a team, you are still able to make money. You're able to sell the product and make money outside of adding people to your team. So and that's why we are usually encouraged to go with selling first. When you see somebody that you feel, okay, this person will be a very good partner on your team, let them use the product first. Let them be a product of the product. And when they see the effectiveness of the product, you're not the one that's going to ask them, join me. They will be the one to say, oh, definitely, this is something I want to be part of. And if you ask them, it's going to be an easy yes. Okay, so that is that, you know, on that. Now, the main thing about network marketing, you know, this business model, I should say, it's not just about the income, right? It's about the asset that generate the income. So basically, in network marketing, you are in business school. You are in a business school where you earn while you learn. You are in an MBA, really, literally, where you're able to learn while you earn, right? Because within it, you have several assets that gives you opportunity to be able to earn money. And while you're doing it, you're gaining assets that makes you a better person. In network marketing, the better you are, the easier you're able to, you know, build your team, because people, you know, will begin to see you getting better and better. You getting better and better in the course of your, you know, as you're doing your business, right? So it's not just about that. Is the major thing is who you become as you go through as a network marketing professional, who you are becoming. You learn how to sell. Here on, you know, in this book club, we've read books that talks about selling, right? Learning how to sell. And that is, you know, sell like crazy, right? Is one of those books. And selling is a skill that you can use on anything, anywhere. So that is a skill you're learning within the network marketing business, within the company, right? And then you're learning to be able to build a network, right? So you're able to build a network. So the goal is not just selling the products, really, but the goal is, you know, because when you're just selling the product, by just selling the product and not necessarily with the intent of, you know, bringing those people on board, right? You just be selling, and you're just a self-employed individual. You're a small business owner. But the part that we want to be is actually building a business where you can leverage on, you know, having lots of people to be their own best customer, having lots of people to, you know, use the product, to be a product of the product. So build, you have the opportunity to build more and more assets. And within this book, you know, Robert talks about 8 different assets, and the chapter 9 is talking about asset number 1, and that is a real world business education. And that is where, when you find an organization, all right, for your network marketing endeavor, really, that company, you need to find out, do they provide training, right? Do they give opportunity for education, opportunity for you to learn how to do this, opportunity for you for mindset growth, right? For personal development, all of those things. If you're in the Untamed, you know, we have a wealth of all of those opportunities to learn. Today, I think about a few hours ago, one of such opportunity was just concluded, right? Where others were able to share out of their wealth of experience on how, you know, with others, they're able to share from their wealth of experience with others, and you can learn, you know, from them. And even beyond members sharing experience with others, we have the company sponsoring trainings, be it on location or online. Every week on Mondays, we have trainings. Personally, I need to, you know, be more frequent on that myself, right? So we have trainings where you can attend and you get better at things. And I'm thinking, I've not put a date to it, where we'll rerun maybe for the first 2 weeks of the month, we'll rerun the daily prospecting activity that we did one time with when we went through the training with what's his name now? Yes, with Fraser Brooks, right? So when we did that, we got online and we did activities like for social selling. I'm thinking of bringing that back, where we'll do that maybe for the first week of the month. I think that will be more sustainable. Very first week of the month, Monday to Friday, we do those daily things, and then we use the remaining part of the month to follow up on them, to get them to attend prospecting calls and things like that. So in here, within, the network marketing company, do the company provide you opportunity for education? What are the 3 kinds of education that we have? So scholastic education, that is what we go to school for, right? Unfortunately, all of this needs to have been taking place in the regular, education, but they leave it to some set of people or some set of organization to do that. There has to be scholastic education. You need to be able to read, write, and do basic arithmetic, right? And then professional education, where you go for certifications to be specific things, to be able to do specific things like be a medical doctor, be a lawyer, be an accountant, right? All of this. And then there are some technical schools where you go to learn to be handy, to be an handyman, right? Be a plumber, a builder, electrician, and things like that. Those are professional education. And when I'm talking to Africans, I know all of us, even to master's level or even doctorate level, we are much more, we have those education. Now, the part where that is very, very important is the financial education, where those other education is supposed to prepare us for, but they lack the substance to be able to prepare us for it. All those other education we're preparing us for is to work for the money. Whereas there has to be, I think some schools are beginning, some elementary schools and high schools are beginning to embed that into it now, that you have to learn how to have your money work for you rather than you working for money. Now, as a doctor, there are ways you can still be a doctor and own a business, not a small scale business, but rather a business where you're able to employ other doctors, employ other nurses that can run the organization for you, right? And then if you so much love what you're doing, you don't want to build a business around being a lawyer, you don't want to build a business around being a doctor, then you can put your passion, you have passion in other things, then you can definitely monetize that passion and begin to make the money in that passion. You get the money from your regular employment as a doctor, as a lawyer, as an accountant, and you put it where your passion is, that where you can be, having more money work for you. All right. And then beyond education, regular education, right, you have personal skills, important skills that you learn as an entrepreneur, being a network marketer. And I know we all know this, but I'm reiterating this, for us to take advantage of what is available, really, right, within this organization. We need to take advantage of it. And for those of us that are here today, definitely I congratulate you. You're taking, that's part of what we're saying here, learning all of this, the book review, open our mind, that is part of the personal development that we get from this. So, like, for example, he said important skills like the ability to get organized and set your own agenda. This one usually throws a lot of new entrepreneur enthusiasts off because you feel like, yes, I can sleep in now. Yes. Before you know it, the day is gone. And you look at your day like, what did I do today? Right? And then you have your spouse come back home like, okay, nothing changed. What's going on? What did you do today? But being able to organize, stay organized, get organized, and set your own agenda, very, very, very crucial. I tell you, that got me really hard at the beginning, right? Still creeps in here and there, today, but with the skills, with what I've learned, I know how to get myself back on track, right? And then we talked about this a little bit last week, the tax advantages that comes with having your own business. So the network marketing, there has to be a way. We've had on the Untamed, we've had some individual come through to talk about how to take the tax advantages, how to set up your business properly so that you can, even with that business, you can get loans, you can have access to loans, you can write off, you can have write-offs. Agnes, this is for us here in the US, right? With your Untamed business, you have tax advantages where you can write off part of you have your home office where you run your business from, right? You take advantage. There are tax advantages that you can, deductions, I would say, tax deductions that you can take because you're running, for example, this desk I'm in right now, this square footage, right? I can say like I'm renting it in my own home and there's a tax advantage to it, right? Your car, do you at any point in time, find yourself delivering the product yourself, or you have to drive to the company event? Those, the mileage, the gas, you can, put that in your own computer that you run your business with, the phone that you use, especially we're talking about, social media marketing. These are two important things that you use. Your WhatsApp is on your phone. Those are things you can take advantage of when you travel for business events. Those are things you can definitely take advantage of. So basically, when you come into this business, you have a lot of skills that you learn. Another thing, love the plant. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, I love my Florida vibe plants. Life skills. Now, beyond those education that you get, or the other important skills and the tax advantages, you have life skills that you learn. Mindset, especially, when you talk about mindset and how to, deal with people, interpersonal skills, and then of course your personal development skills as well. So how, I had to learn how to pick myself up after I failed and keep going. So this one will be a very huge skill that you'll need, in this business, how to keep going no matter what. All right. You said you earn while you learn. This saying is a great one because it underlines the key point about the business. You learn to do it by doing it, not by sitting in a classroom for years hearing someone talk about doing it. So what I want to leave with us today is, right, are you learning, in this business? Are you taking advantage of all the learning opportunities that we have? So we have the book club. How are you leveraging that? How are you applying what you're learning? We have the trainings, Monday trainings. How are you leveraging on that, to continue to build your the skills that you need to make this, a life-changing opportunity for you, right? So that's all I have. I don't know. I usually just take all the time. Thank you. That's all I have for you today. Do we have anyone that wants to chime in on anything, that jumps out at you, or that you found interesting in the book, and anything that you've learned recently? Anyone? before we call it a day? Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you so much, Agnes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right.
Sorry, you're always the expert and you're always good in whatever you do. You cover everywhere. You don't leave any stone untouched. I will really appreciate you.
I appreciate you too.
So much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nothing to add from my end.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. So like we said in the book club, we're covering all of these skills. And that's why we pick books that talks about, different areas, for us to be able to do this. So I'm still, I don't know if we all are open to be able to run that, like daily business activities that we used to do. We did it for some form of drive then. So we have a monthly drive to just go on and, do this, reaching out to people and prospecting, basically prospecting. So if you're open to it, let me know. And we will run it. It could be like for 30 minutes, we'll just come on and just get it done. And ask questions, answer questions, and work with people. I've had yeah. I know it's definitely something that will work for us. So let me know if you're open to it. All right, have a great one, everyone. Bye-bye. See you next week. Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Bye-bye.